Okay guys, so I recently started playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Obviously I suck, get my ass kicked all the time by 14-year-olds who's actually probably ninjas. Anyway, so once upon a time I applied for a license for a SVD as Dragunov, Tiger, whatever. And the woman who handled my application told me that, why do you need another 7.62 rifle? Because I already had an AKM or AK-47. AKM is, well, let's not go into that. An AK-47, let's call it that. And that has a 7.62 diameter bullet as well. Well, actually 0.303 inches, but who cares? So I told her that there can be different cartridges with the same caliber bullet. And after a while, after I sent her pictures and told her how things work, she gave me the license. But PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds takes this to a whole new level. There's a couple of firearms that use the 7.62 caliber ammunition. There's the AKM, the AK-47 variant, and the CAR 98K, and the M24, and the R1895, which is a Nagant revolver, and the SKS, and the Grosa, and the MK14 EBR. So there's two rifles that uses the same cartridge, AKM and the SKS, and that's this one, the 7.62 by 39. So that's the old AK-47 cartridge. Nowadays the Russians use 5.45 by 39. So the casing has the same size, but the bullet is different. Same with the Val, the suppressed with a 4x scope. It uses a 9mm bullet, but the same casing basically. So 9mm makes it larger and heavier and subsonic. That's a totally different video, how all video games fuck up suppressed rifles. So anyway, then we have the M14 or the MK14 and the M24. They use this, it's 7.62 by 51 NATO. So basically the difference is that it's 51mm instead of 39mm. So the difference here between these two is that this one contains a lot more gunpowder and can usually have heavier bullets, so it's a lot more energy in this one compared to this one. This one has a flatter trajectory when it shoots. And my favorite one to nag about is the Nagant revolver. I hope this is visible. You can see that it has a small neck and the bullet is actually inside the casing. And that's why the game accurately makes the prediction that the Nagant revolver can be suppressed. Because ordinary revolvers have the bullet on the outside, of course, and there's a gap between the cylinder where you put the bullets and the actual barrel. It's a small gap, but there's a gap, and escaping gases will have a supersonic speed, and you can't really suppress a revolver because of that. But this cylinder actually jumps forward a bit when you fire it, and it creates a gas seal here. And you can thread the barrel and have it suppressed. There's videos on YouTube of this, and it's actually really quiet. The big downside of the Nagant revolver is that it's slow to reload in real life as well, and the trigger pull is the worst of almost any revolver or handgun in existence. Well, there's this, the first polymer handgun that Heckler & Koch made, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that has actually the worst trigger pull ever made in the history of anything ever. So not everything from Heckler & Koch is actually good, that was shit. So that's a totally different video again. So they made basically everything right with this revolver, except it shares the ammunition with these two guys. I could accept that the 7.62 ammo worked with the rifles, but not the revolver. That's just silly. Also, the K98K in the game uses 7.62. There should be a lot of variants that shoots the 7.62 this caliber or other calibers, but the K98K or the Car 98K was used by the Germans, and then they use something called 8mm mauser. Well, it has different names, but 8mm mauser works. So, not sure if this is visible, but it's the 8mm mauser is it has a slightly larger diameter of the bullet, so it's actually not remotely the same, and it's a larger cartridge. So I hope you enjoyed this little ammunition video. Have a nice day, everyone.